And we're officially off to the Black Basin. Sir Gilman, to catch up from the last episode, is a worm we just fought who betrayed his fellows to join us on our adventure through the downside. My nose itch is really bad. Anyways, we'll just sail along. Black Basin. This place looks kind of dangerous, unless that's somehow not lava. At least your wagon rumbles onto solid at last. The reading is bad from the get-go. At last your wagon rumbles onto solid, jagged ground, the land called Black Basin. Your fellow exiles unpack the wagon so you can take stock of how best to reach your destination. Looks like we can talk to somebody in the black wagon. Maybe, oh, okay, we got Gilman over here. Alright, you approach Sir Gilman, who must have just finished practicing his fencing maneuvers. He regards with his single eye. Hail, Master Reader! This knight is determined to train harder, having joined the famous Nightwings. He shall ensure that this triumvirate continues to live up to its most feared reputation. This is such an honor, and this knight has a great deal of honor to regain. Having fled the Pyre, this knight fully expects now to conduct the rites in a most honorable fashion, to the fullest letter of the law described within the books. Some triumvirates this knight has met, and perchance mentioned by name, they are inclined to bend the rules a bit, sometimes a lot, and to prevail by any means they can. But this is wrong. The exile who refuses to obey the rules, as they were written by the Under King Ors, and his 7 friends deserve neither his honor nor his freedom. Thusly does this knight have confidence the Master Reader shall resist any temptations to conduct the rites in an underhanded fashion. Now then, this knight must undergo a thorough cleansing, having trained until the point of foulness. So please excuse him, Master Reader. He slithers off, humming some sort of chivalrous tune. Should I ring the bell? Can I make somebody mad again? In the last episode, I pissed off somebody by ringing that. Anyways, we got a little shield over here. It's probably Gilman's. Yep. So our Gilman's crest. Official certification of knighthood in the Commonwealth Oftsat by Worm Knights. Apparently, Gilman is nearby. Being consoled by Rookie. Alright, let's get on out of this wagon. God, my nose is super itchy. You find that Headwind has asked for several volunteers to scout the area and report back. Alright everyone, don't go too far, and let's meet back by dusk. Please use caution. The exiles dwelling in these lands are, well, rather territorial. For your part, you remain with the black wagon to keep watch. You see occasional dark shapes soaring across the sky, but none of them draw near enough for you to see in any detail. Eventually, your companions make their way back and everyone arrives as planned, or earlier. Hi everyone, I'm back! I have come back! May returns from the east with little to report, save for the word that the glowing molten rock there is very, very hot. This knight yet lives, although he has little else to report. The newest member of the group, Sir Gilman, returns from the northern pass visibly shaken. He appears to have discovered an intense fear of heights. Let's make sure we all know who Gilman is. I think I said it already, but he is the once proud knight of the Sea Dominion on a self-made quest to regain his honor. We just obtained him on our crew just at the end of part 1. Tizo wonders whether any species of fish live nearby, lit in the pools or rock nearby. The little imp Tizo seems disappointed to have left the water behind. He remains with you near the wagon. There is a western pass that seems traversable. If we travel by the light of dawn, the shadows and the crags may well cover our advance against whomever may be watching. Begging your pardon, I do not wish to contradict your strategy, madame, though, in my experience, we shall not remain hidden for long during the climb toward the nest of Trieste. According to the stars, the next rite shall commence here. They are the exiled... the exiled harp matriarch lived in solitude among these very cliffs. The exiles of the high-wing remnants, you may have no love for them inherently, but they have no such qualms with me for now. I may be able to negotiate safe passage. Negotiate with whom? With them? Then Hedwin steps in, as the lone minstrel bows and backs away. Hey, let's not decide on this just yet. We're not going anywhere right now. That much we can agree on. We'll decide how best to go ahead come morning. For now, let's take the rest of the afternoon and get our bearings. Jadariel glares at the sky and everyone else disperses. You have the rest of the day to practice your vocations. Alright, looks like we're doing some of this stuff. I'm not really sure. I guess that would be like a item to add to my whatever they call the people, my fellow exiles. Hone your skills as a reader. Small global. Howdy, slothy, slothy. Let's see. Teacher narrates the old ways to raise the individual rank in the rites more quickly. Let's get a global bonus. You excuse yourself from the others to go pore over the Book of Rites and its mysteries. Through greater understanding comes the reader's influence. FYI, you didn't really miss anything from part 1. All it was a little bit of reading. Nothing happened yet. Focus on which part of the Book of Rites? Each point of hope slightly reduces your fellows. Alright, why don't we just... Oh, I still have to get more. Oh, well. Maybe I won't be able to get that. Oh, whatever. I'll just do hope. You extract a deeper meaning from the words and teachings of the Book of Rites. Once you feel it in your core, You're right. This isn't reading. One you feel in your core, yet struggle to articulate. Well, look at that. They know what I'm doing here. They read me. Inspiration comes to you in a flash, whether from the book or from within. You cannot tell. You gain the reader's influence spirit. I have +2 hope on all the Nightwings. Nothing in the black wagon. Ooh, this looks like a long detour. The high road to the nest of Trieste is patrolled by the Commonwealth's ancient enemies. The lone minstrel believes he can negotiate safe passage with the harps via this path. The low road to the nest of Trieste passes through razor-sharp sands. I'm not sure that sounds too good. She wishes to avoid the harps, but the minstrel believes we can negotiate. He seems like a smart man. Off we go to see the harps. The harps. Ah, show yourselves, you frightened little birds. All day long, winged shadows cross the sun. You're being watched. Jadariel is very unhappy about it, though the lone minstrel now attempts to calm her. Perhaps I can communicate with them. Please believe me, madame, when I say your enmity towards the harps had best be held in check here. The harps, oh, they're just harpies. A winged race, also known as the High Wing Remnants, at war with the Commonwealth. They are as coarse as their feathers. They hold themselves superior, said by the Archjustice, Androbeles IX. Jadariel looks at him with fury in her eyes, yet he retains his calm demeanor. Soon she grants his request with a silent gesture, then he calls towards the heavens. Good sisters, we are humbled travelers, such as you, and beg your leave. We journeyed by the sea and seek safe passage through your lands. We shall not disturb your hunting or your nests. The request is met with nothing but silence. You search in vain for any indication of acknowledgement. Then, without notice, one of them appears. She swoops the minstrel up and out of sight before Jadariel can respond. Damnation, wait here, I shall go find him. For a long, terrible moment, you are alone with your panic. Soon, however, the lone minstrel returns amid the sound of flapping wings. He dusts his cloak and calls out towards them. We thank you for your hospitality, good sisters. We shall be on our way. Having seen this, Jadariel returns, sullen. The exiles of the High Wing Remnants are letting you pass for now. It seems they are having some dispute within their ranks and wish no further troubles for the time. They are the last surviving faction of the Winged Harps. It is a warning, one that leaves Jadariel fuming. Oh, looks like Jadariel's not in the next fight. All about them debuffs. Up to the dead unicorn. We'll have a fight right here in front of this dead unicorn here. At last, you arrive at the nest of Triesta, where the next rite is soon to commence. You cannot shake the feeling that unseen eyes watched your wagon's ascent and remain watching now. Yeah, it's the eyes of the dead unicorn. They aren't that hard to see. Hopefully I remember how to do all this stuff. Let's do a oh. Is it just a new page? My emperor lay there, bleeding and alone, stranded in a bitter land beyond the river. With fleeting consciousness, he understood the folly of his quest and the folly of his rule over his country. Thus did he await the last embrace. It was Imp Haub that nursed him back to health, and warned him often of the dangers he would have to face. Many enemies of Myr would come in search for him, some under employment by the rope collar, some longing openly for cold, uncomplicated vengeance. I was one of them. I plunged into the river willingly. We needed to be sure that he was dead. You know, this book actually started out like... Here, let's flip back a few pages. Or not, maybe? There you go. It started out with actual, like, cool drawings, and then they were like, enough of that. We just want basic shapes. Alright, I'm gonna do a practice rite. You call upon me for some purposes, my reader. You have invoked Sandra from the Beyonder Crystal. What do you wish to do? Hey, let's ask her what's on her mind. So then we are back on solid land or something like it, Then this must be Black Basin, flames of noxious fumes on one side, suffocating forest on the other. Lovely, lovely place. So good of you to take me here. It is black glass, searing vapor, and strangling forests mark the forsaken lands that loom across the sea. You truly would pursue those blasted stars until the farthest corners of this land, it seems. Though I had better cease my blasphemy, or else the scribes themselves just might descend from up on high, and strike me with another much-deserved penalty. The thrill of such transgressions, reader. Sometimes it keeps me going, not that I have any real choice. Now we had best get back to our normal businesses, as it were. Business, not businesses. Let's do a practice rite. Then come and train with us some more and help us to fulfill our sole remaining purpose. Too bad this doesn't count for the next rite. I think I'm going to use the worm for the sake of using the worm. Alright, Mr. Wormy. You're up next. Maybe I should just use Jariel. I'll use her because she's a good tank. Alright, oh, sprint, okay. Oops. Too bad his name wasn't actually just Jim. I'm like totally failing right now. Oh, he does a little dashy thing, that's right. Get wrecked, scrub. No! What? No! No! Wait, what? What? Oh. No, not you. No, wrong button. No. The worm is weird. Pass. Pull the old 1-2 on him. Oh, it didn't feel so good. Wait, no, wait, that's it. I don't think I'm gonna use the worm. Into the fire! Or the pyre. Oh. Ooh. Look at that. Blitz mode. No. Boo doo doo doo. Boo doo doo doo. Boo doo doo doo. Boop boop boo doo. Ha ha ha. No! Alright, I think I got a little bit of control. Enough of Wormy. Let's go shopping. Oh, hey guys, what brings you out here? No, wait, don't tell me. I don't want to know. All I want is you to get the best deals in the downside. Ooh. I think I'm gonna try the Stardust. When aura casting raises the bear's maximum range. And after casting his aura, it lingers longer than usual, 200%. So what did that do? Should put it on this one? Let's do it. No, that last one didn't raise any. Oh well, let's just keep on trucking on. This was yours. Well, see you guys around. See you around. Hey, same meaning. Oh, here it goes. You and your fellow exiles gather on the blasted lands called the Nest of Trieste, expecting the imminent commencement of the rites. Does this mean it's not going to be imminent or... I was thinking it's immediate for a second. You see no sign of any adversaries, but then you hear a whooshing sound above. This, then, is what passes for the Nightwings now. Such a rabble, not even dressed for the occasion yet. It seems the scribes have little pride in their tradition. Hold your tongue, little bird. We have not come for talk. No, you have come on behalf of your commonwealth. Mark well my words, you horned filth. When at last we free ourselves, your home shall burn. With that, the harp swoops off as Jadariel glowers after her. Winged warriors from the mountainous outskirts of the Commonwealth, where they are feared. Thought we were going to get a hear about that specific one. It is only then that you realize another harp has come. She is quite serious, I assure you. I can help you sort her out. It's in our mutual interest. You know not of my interest. Let's give this another shot. Hi, my name's Pyre. She appears to be one of the winged harps of the High Wing remnants, now bound in exile. Thus, surely, one back there, that was my blood sister. No need to judge her harshly, though. We've only met just now, though I must say something about you reminds me of her. How dare you implicate that I have anything in common with your ilk? Just then, Hedwyn shows up to intervene. He whispers something to Jadariel. No, Hedwyn, you cannot be serious. Jody, I'm asking you to trust me in this one. Am I perhaps interrupting something? Say, by the by, however, did you make it all this way across the sea? Didn't see you fly in. Trust is something I loathe to give away, Hedwyn. But you have set our course thus far, and I have followed, so do as you must. That sandalwood had better have an explanation for all this. Jadariel storms off as Hedwyn turns to you. What's your take on this one, my friend? Our informant wants someone for each mask. I hadn't expected we'd run into a harp, yet here she is. What are you getting from her? You turn your attention to Pyre, who has been watching with bemused interest. Ah, reader, are you? Pleasure to make your acquaintance, darling. Well, here I am. Gaze intently all you like and tell your comrade that they're the truth of it. Why don't you? You sense that she is conflicted about something, though you do not know what. You also sense, however, that her motives, here and now, are earnest. Hedwyn wants to know your initial impression of Pyre. I'll take an ally. You tell Hedwyn that you think the group should take its chances with Pyre and take her at her word. My thoughts as well. I think and hope Jadariel will come around. He turns to Pyre. I'm Hedwyn. We'll accept your offer on 2 conditions, if you'll hear me out. Conditions? Why, sure. I love a good condition or two. First, after we're finished here tonight, you come along and make sure that your blood sister and her friends don't give us any trouble when we're headed out. Second, you'll have to find a way to get along with Jadariel, whom you met earlier. Brilliant. I had no plans to stick around here anyways. As for your demon friend, no doubt we'll get on famously. Now, I don't suppose you have an extra set of raiments I could use. Besides, I think the rite is getting started. You look up and see that she is right. Pyre joined you. She has a score to settle. Well, ain't this just something? Right before the fight. The stars align. Romeo and Juliet have met again at last.
Reader, I thought for sure the stars would have eluded you by now. Yet here you are, somehow, upon the nest of Trieste. And you've swelled the ranks of your triumvirate not merely with another, but with two. One from the Pyre heart, no less. And one who seeks the favor of the adversaries whom you'll imminently face. They are the essence. Winged terrors, as you soon shall see. Can your longing for freedom match their hatred for the vibrant country that was once your home?
From a distance, you observe as Pymitha, now clad in Nightwing remnants, heads towards your adversaries in the Rites. You, what sort of heathen harp would dare take wing against us? Your new companion then loosens the bindings on her mask. Hello there, Pymitha. She is one of the winged harps of the High-Wing remnants, now bound in exile. Pymitha's blood sister stares back at her a while before responding. What in the saint's name are you doing here with them? Fifth of the 8 scribes of the Book of Rites, known as the Disciplined or the Blessed-born, the eldest of the harp matriarchs. She anointed the Book of Rites and gave its words their power. Doubtless come to dig your talons in my back again. No, sister, I've come to have a word with you. Save it, I cannot help but share your poisoned blood, but I shan't ever count you as my sister. You expect me to believe that you came all this way for talk. You waste your time as ever. What's life if not a waste of time, dear sister? Give me a chance, why don't you? What do you even have to lose anymore? Besides, I've come a long way. Silence! You shan't have come here. And the time for talk is long since past, if only you could see yourself. Again, consorting with my enemies. Fine then, savor their defeat, but I warn you, stay away from me. Pymitha says nothing more as her blood sister turns away again. Pymitha gets your attention. Listen to me, reader darling. The rest of you are ill-equipped to navigate this place. Let me conduct this rite on your behalf, and my wings will bring you victory. This is gonna be cheap. I feel like they can fly over stuff. Dear lady, your words ring true. This knight is flattered that you have not eaten him, as is the tendency among your kind. This knight hereby volunteers his post in the triumvirate for thee. Sir Gilman refuses to participate in the rites this night so that Pymitha can face her sister. You observe the treacherous terrain. Pymitha should be better suited to the rites here than the rest of you.
Who shall stand together here this night?
Quickness 10. Okay, she's not a quick one, but she could be. No, she's just as quick as Tizo. Wait, why are they all reluctant except for the chivalrous worm and her? Alright, I gotta get her something. Wait, what was her... Does anybody else have... Okay, so Tizo does have a pretty big presence. Let's put this on her. And... oh. Shikara, Umani, and Pymitha. Okay. Why, I thought you'd never ask. There, darling. I accept. You had a really big team in this game. I didn't expect this. This is a like. There's so many people I want to use. You actually, I feel like they're all good. If the little bird is gonna conduct the rites for us, then I shall not. Alright, well, good thing I unequipped her. Oh, okay, the chivalrous. Okay, it just meant they couldn't be picked yet. But she's unwilling, and he's chivalrous. Shall we put Tizo there? Go now, little... Ah, double birdies. Tizo promises to do his best against Temitha and the Essence. Do I use May? I think I want May, because she is my favorite. Why don't we all have wings? I want to have wings too. May is my favorite. Look at her. That's kind of cool. I have 2 birds on my team, and they're all birds, and there was a special interaction for it.
It is done.
Come then, sister. Perhaps when we are finished here, you'll spare a moment of your time. I shan't be tricked by you again, Temitha. How poetic that was that we meet here in the downside. I can think of nowhere else where I would rather see you rot for what you did to our people and to me. Temitha seems to sense your presence and then catches your attention. Hello there, reader darling. If I'm to be at your mercy in all this, I'd like it very much if you could minimize how often I'm to wallow in this state of banishment. Quickly, let me show you what we sisters of the High Wing Remnants can do. I almost said Nightwing to fly.
Amidst a feud between 2 sisters.
Okay. Okay.
That seems entirely unwise, even for you. Tread lightly around that exiled Temitha. Her kind's all but forgotten Saint Triesta's grace.
What if she... Hold on, we gotta try something. Alright. Well, I'm glad I tested that water before I went in. Ooh, her dash knocks others away. What if I land on this? Ooh. That's cool. She doesn't lose her R there. I guess she has a weak R though. Because everybody else has a full aura. Hers is all scattered. See, darling, we harps, we're not so bad. Now I suppose we better get to work, Just don't go underestimating Temitha over there. I trust you'll do the best you can. To the sky, sister! Talon formation! What?
Already does your Pyre's flame begin to flicker.
Tizo, was it? Tell me something. You know how to fly. Tizo's rather proud of his ability to flutter, as a matter of fact. Then listen up, my blood sister there. She'll swoop right past if you're careless, but we harps simply cannot get much altitude down here. So if she goes for any unfair tricks, just jump for it and catch her in the act. She always hated when I used to do that to her. Oh.
Too slow there, Temitha. flung right in.
Ah, I could have got more than 12. Where's my mouse? Oh. What? What? What is happening? What? What?
Alas for me. Patience, reader.
Shit.
Be gone now, Tabitha. Yes.
Like, for real, what? They just kept killing themselves.
Seems the night wings are a bit.
Oh yeah, I dash.
Oh. The fire of resolve.
Oops. I keep pressing shift instead of...
There it is.
God. Okay, space.
Pyre shall soon be ashes on the ground.
Oops.
Oh. Now,
There we go. Save all my fellas.
the night wing shall prevail at this rate. Do it on.
Haha.
The orb is loose. Ouch. Get out, Tizo. Tread lightly. Oh. Audacious, aren't we?
Oops, wrong one. Shit.
Tabitha has plunged into the fire. A show of strength from the
No,
Nightwing's
stop.
opponents.
What? No!
Done.
No!
They pulled together ere their fire sputtered out. The rite is done.
You Commonwealth filth, how fortunate for you that here to underestimate us only brings defeat, however bitter. On the other side, you very lives would have been forfeit. That sucked. They actually weren't even that bad. I just kept doing stupid stuff and dashing in random directions and off the map. Tamitha, wait, please. You found good company there, Pamitha. May you wither here with them. I hope sincerely we shan't ever meet again. Pamitha watches as her blood sister departs. Tiza seems sad for Pamitha and indicates to her that the others are returning to the wagon. Sure, I don't see why not.
The eight scribes bless us with their ways. touched girl has greater understanding than it seems.
The 8 scribes, they so inspire me, and now I feel I have grown somehow closer to them, maybe. May jumps and power jumps farther than usual. Have a good one. The rest of this will be on YouTube later. May jumps and powers up. Power jumps faster than usual.
The imp Tizo appears to have a certain...
Tizo just had a flash of inspiration about his role in the Rites and as part of the Nightwings. If banished, Tizo automatically casts his Implode ability if he does not possess the orb. Saluting his adversaries, Tizo returns into a fast-moving howler. Or back. What? I'm not even sure what that means. It's gonna take some planning, but
Until the stars align.
after your flame was quenched by the essence, despite your best efforts, you and the others return to your wagon to consider your next move and how best to integrate Pyre into the group. Don't worry, I won't be staying any longer than it takes. I like my fresh air so I can sleep up on the roof. I trust the Rites will cause my path and Tamithus to cross again before long. You're welcome with us for now, Pyre. Trust is what got us here. Isn't that right, Rookie? But Rookie does not seem to hear the question. He has been rather quiet since first encountering your new guest. Pyre shoots him one of her smiles. He stammers something about having to check the wagon wheels again. He runs off. During this discussion, the minstrel pulls you aside. Reader, I ask a moment of your time outside. There is somewhere I may ask we go, here in Black Basin, reader. By your leave, of course, and provided that the stars allow it. Would you look upon them for us, please? You look towards the heavens. Oh, I wish I could just redo that right. I should have won that one. Wait, why? Onward we go. The Glade of Loot, directly due west, then. It is just as my client indicated. According to the stars, the next ride shall commence here. The great sap scholar Luce Glorian here vanquished the root titan Limbless Erzek. This client of yours, our informant, Sandalwood. He entrusted us with this wagon. This quest, why? What does he want from us? You may ask him for yourself. He awaits us, somewhere in Wakingwood, due west. A labyrinth of forest on the western half of Black Basin. Few know their way around it. The path to Sacred Mount Elodial lies far beyond these suffocating woods. How do we find him? He shall find us. It seems you are soon to finally meet Sandalwood. At dawn, you shall have to cross a single narrow path leading west where he supposedly awaits. Oh, what is this? Kept close at hand in the off chance of a good occasion, not or a very bad one. It's moonshine with a towel in it. You approach Pamitha, who has kept to herself since she joined in your small band. You sense she is unaware of you as she preens her flight feathers, but then she speaks up before you can do the same. Come to check up on me, reader darling. In those first moments when we met, the vote of confidence in me, which you relayed to that nice Headwind boy, I'm grateful you were willing to see past these wings. One of your kind's ancient enemies just happens to insert herself into your group, and you just go with it. However, I assure you my motives here are plain. You'll see I have business with my blood sister Tamitha and nothing more. You briefly met, I think. She's quite a catch. As to the little quibble between us, well, it's all a long story. All in all, one that's quite frankly no one's business but hers and mine. Surely we'll run into her again. Maybe not soon, but in time. And we have the rest of our long lives to wait. Anyway, happy to aid you in your quest, until such time, especially to the extent that it aids me in mine. A simple exchange. Until then, stay vigilant, darling. You needn't concern yourself with making small talk with someone like me. And besides, we harps have a saying. Liars abound. She swoops away before you can respond. Let's see if she wants anything. I sense my lovely reader has returned. Then how may I assist you? Okay, I'll bet her phone. Go forth and show your adversaries what you have learned. Unknown area. Onward to the sulfur mine. The wagon has hit a snag. Descending the black crags, its wheels stuck. Jadariel's not pleased. First step, blasted little bird, now this. Though you lack Jadariel's raw strength, you join in as she attempts to dislodge the wagon. At last, with a roar and heave, she forces the wagon back into solid ground. May this sandalwood be worth all of the hassle. Thank you, Jody. I'm guessing Sandalwood doesn't like to be kept waiting. He is very patient, on the contrary. Not I. Let us move on. Soon the wagon is prepared to press onward down the jagged slopes towards Wakingwood. Your companions who explored ahead advise on which of the forked paths is best. Oh, Gilman claims he can dig up something valuable here. Lands on northern plateau over Wakingwood, pocked with seething fissures. Something about a seething fissure doesn't sound too safe. Neither does the term glass peak. This is a DX racer. Scoot a little aside, get a little symbol in there. It's a pretty nice chair. expensive though. See, lands to the east of Wakingwood, riddled with black crags. I'm sure you can get other good chairs for less, but it seems like a really nice made chair all around. But I got it on sale for $270. I think it's normally like $320, $340, so definitely not cheap. But if you're looking for a quality chair, this should be one. Having gone the route Pamitha recommended, she directs you toward a particular crag, no more conspicuous than any other. They crip our wings before they cast us down, you know. But just the same, we learn to flit around a bit. Just watch. Pamitha swoops up to a nearby peak and disappears behind it. Check out DX Racer, check out Amazon. That's probably your best two options, really. You might be able to find a used DX Racer. I'm not sure how well a used chair will be. I guess it depends how new it is. It just seems like it'd be gross or filthy. She does not keep you waiting long and returns bearing an item of some sort. For you, reader darling, we high-wing remnants stash away such things for such occasion. A fairy spirit. After Bear banishes an adversary, spawn a Moondrop, which briefly grants infinite stamina. Spawns up to 1 Moondrop each 10 seconds. There's also cheaper DX Racers, but this is the one that I just like the best. There's also more expensive. Having passed beyond the Black Crags, your wagon arrives at the edge of Wakingwood. It is here that Sandalwood is to be expecting you. However, most puzzling, he ought to have met us here. You said he would find us himself. He was to find us at the edge of these woods. We supposed to keep waiting for him. He would desire for the stars to be your guide as always. The rites beckon, and the rites take precedence above all else. Surely he shall find us yet. Then let's keep moving. How do we get through these woods? The Low Minstrel notes 2 possible paths forward from this point, though cautions that the woods are difficult to navigate and Sandalwood would have known the most expedient path. Greymoor contains the grandest trees in all of Wakingwood. The Lone Minstrel says his client Sandalwood once resided here. Small clearing east. If he once resided here, he could be here. Let's go! Into the forest as advised to avoid. Sandalwood has led a long life, compared with any of you at least. In the latest years of his exiles, he became rather reclusive for a variety of reasons he shall no doubt explain. He found some solace here in these woods, though I fear I cannot locate his residence without him. Unfortunately, you find no trace of Sandalwood, and without him there to guide you, you remain quite lost. The woods seem to have encroached. There is no path forward, while neither of the paths leading backwards appear to match the route you took to this point. Ooh. Considering May is my favorite, I'm gonna have to go with this, and last time I followed Tizo, he got us hurt. Sorry, Tizo. But we're following May's path. The woods are so disorienting at this point that you decide to break for camp and survey the surroundings for any clues. Perhaps later there shall be time to pursue your vocations. Let's hit up the Beyonder Crystal. You called for me, lovely reader. Oh, let's get a scribe trial. It is the least I can do in exchange for your company. You need but point me to the one you have in mind. Jadariel it is! Equipping Jadariel with a talisman from your cargo will make her stronger in the rites. Ba-doo, ba-doo, ba-doo. Oh. Maybe we'll just try out the fairy charm, fairy spirit. You asked Sandra to administer one of her special trials for Jadariel. That surly demon, is it? She could stand the lighten up, though I fear that is not a secret I can teach. But let us bring her forth regardless. Soon Jadariel appears in heed of the summons. What is the meaning of this, reader? Demons such as Jadariel are slow to move in the rise, but have huge auras and inflict heavy damage. Something blah blah blah. What is the meaning of this, reader? Where are the others? The apparition Sandra appears and loosens her mask. Welcome to my humble home, demon. You are good at taking orders, no? State your purpose quickly, Wraith. My purpose is to put you to the test. You may be fearsome to behold, but you are old and slow. Your weakness perhaps outweigh your strengths, though. I sorely wish to see you and your lovely reader prove me wrong. Old, she says. Very well then, reader. Let us show her whether she is right. Wait, I have to face 3 harpies? This isn't even right. What? Oh my god. What? At least she hits hard. There we go. Go, Jadariel! Are you satisfied now, Wraith? I am never satisfied, demon. However, your performance was sufficient, and you passed my test. Thus, congratulations are in order to you and to your lovely reader. Now farewell. Do you feel a kinship with the stars? You owe your everything to them, perhaps one day even your freedom, said the Book of Rites. That was a strange experience. What do you have there, reader? You received Solium's horn for completing Jadariel's trial? Let's see what it is. Jorel cast her aura farther and faster than usual. Onwards. Sift through the ashes. Perhaps the ashen-covered grounds are here holds some clue about what happened to the informant. He was here! He was here! You mean Sandalwood? If I may ask, how can you be so certain? I think from this. It says something. I don't know what it says, but I feel it like it has to mean something. May produces a small strip of bark she found in the ashes. At first it seems like nothing of interest until you see a message carved onto the inside. You found a bark strip. It must mean something. Trade item. Well, that's pretty obvious what that could mean. A sturdy strip of bark on it is written, "Come to Cinderroot." Signed, S. So it's some kind of message from Sandalwood, guys? Seems that way. Which way to Cinderroot? Which is a hushed clearing south of the Glade of Lugh. Grounds well traveled by saps knowledgeable in the rites. It is due west. Perhaps we can set forth early tomorrow when the woods are still. Sounds good. Everyone rest up. Big day coming up. Who do we want to mentor? Uki can jump a second time or a third time while airborne. Well, sister, let me see if I can squeeze you into my schedule this afternoon. Yep, looks like I can. You sit down with Ruki to go over some of the subtler aspects of the rites, such as the state of banishment and how to return from it. You sense he is beginning to understand. That's got quite a bit. So if you get banished in the rites, just try to find your way back to the Pyre, right? Continue! I guess we're going to Cinderroot. A hush clearing south of the Glade of Lugh. You have reason to suspect the informant Sandalwood might have come through here. You arrive on the outskirts of Cinderroot, but once again the informant Sandalwood is nowhere to be found. You sense the hopes of your companions waning as you search through the area. Yields nothing. No! Don't do the thing! Then something startles the little imp Tizo. Tizo seems to be crying out in surprise. He has spotted something or someone. A tall figure strides forward from the trees, making a sound like laughter. The imp charges toward him and leaps right into the figure's arms. They embrace. Hail, Tizo, but you look famished. Here. The tall sap produces something that the imp swallows immediately, with great pleasure. Tree-like creatures known for their ingenuity, cleverness, and ambition. Having allied with them, the Commonwealth achieved in decades what it could not achieve in centuries. The lone minstrel nods his head in affirmation. Everyone, I wish to introduce you to my client, Wolfred Sandalwood. It has been too long, Wolfred, sir. Too long indeed, Tariq. I trust your new companions bring some color to your days. They do, sir. I think that you shall find them worthy of the Nightwings. The sap looks upon the lot of you. You cannot sense his thoughts. We shall see. Then he turns to you. You must be the reader. I am certain that we all appreciate your efforts here, my girl, though we shall manage on our own from here on out. You're welcome to continue on with us, of course, though you're free to go. I trust you have been adequately compensated for your time. Thanks as well for looking after all my books. You consider what to say to all of this. Wolfred intends to relieve you of your duties to the groups. Why would I want to leave? You have been assured your freedom. You can categorically refuse to be cast aside so easily. What's the assistant saying? You stand your ground, meeting Wolfred's steady gaze and assert to him that you do not feel your commitments to and from his group have yet been satisfied. He is the lone minstrel's client, Hedwin's informant, and the leader of the Nightwings. Got a little bit of an interesting mark on his head there. Hold on. Wolfred, sir, I'm Hedwin. My companions and I are the ones who answered your call. We followed the signs you left for us. Now we're here, thanks to you, and also to this reader. Not just a reader, she is our friend, my friend. She's not disposable. We made her a promise, and our freedoms are now intertwined. Volkrev smurfs at this. Freedom's not something to be traded or exchanged, my boy. I'd hope that you'd come to grasp this much by now. He breathes a sigh. It seems we've started off on the wrong foot. It's not my wish to sour the occasion, for there's much to do. You have a right you need to get to, do you not? I'll come along, though shall not interfere, for it seems you have a kinship with this reader of yours. Now, then, Tariq. Hey, Wolfred, sir. Come, let's have a chat. Of course, sir. Wolfred strides towards the black wagon, which must have belonged to him. You sense many conflicting emotions amongst your companions. Sandalwood has joined you. He knows much of the rites. I got an itch. Just a second here. Up to the pink tree. I feel like every time there's a rite, there's something pink. Your wagon cuts through a clearing to arrive at the glade of Lu, where the stars directed you. Wolfred nods his approval, but leaves everyone to their devices. There is a slug market here. Ooh, I got a new page. The Demon. In the words of Gol Galanthinian, the Master General, Emperor Mur, scarcely could I recognize him when at last I found him. A half-starved animal, horns sprouted from his head, a bestial mirror of his blackened reputation. And I, a man who conquers countries, feared my emperor then in such a way as I had never known. My charge had been to slay this man, but when I discovered him, he was already fighting for his life. The little imp Hau proved of little help against the Sisters of the Arch, whose entire lives were culminating in this instant. I was unable to watch. My heart ached with such pity for the man, and for the love I felt for him when I had served him, that I sprang to his defense. I didn't notice that fish the first time. Limbless. Maybe I've had that for a while. Worm Gulf. Let's speak to Wolfred. As you approach Wolfred Sandalwood, you feel very much aware that you reside within his black wagon rather than he in yours. He studies you in silence for a time, then, Tariq, if you have a moment. Hey, Wolfred, sir, what is it? This reader, you deem her worthy, by your estimation. The low minstrel tilts his hat in your direction. If you wish my own estimation, Wolfred, sir, then I do. Of course, it is not entirely for me to say, but I have seen this reader's integration with the others well. I believe that her achievements are self-evident in having reached Black Basin. Your instructions were deliberately difficult to follow, yet she and the others followed them. Indeed, your words make sense as ever, Tariq. And what does little Tizo think of her, I wonder? Tizo indicates that, as a matter of fact, he is happy to have you around. There you have it, sir. I see. He continues to examine you. High praise isn't oft spoken by those two, my girl. Nonetheless, I shall be watching you. Now, pardon us, Tariq. Tariq and I have matters to discuss. They leave without another word, although you think you notice the low minstrel look your way over his shoulder. Oh, sorry. Oh, hey, you guys. You know, I guess I didn't get the word out about this new franchise which we opened here just now. So give you a great deal. Just tell your friends, okay? Oh, and hey there, Mr. Sandalwood. Good day to you as well, Ron. What is this new one? I could sell this. Once per right, if the bear's pyre is extinguished, it is instead restored by 5. That could be helpful. I want that though. This isn't too expensive. Whew. Oh, so there's dash and a pinch. I see. Why is that one cheaper? Let's grab this. So, be seeing you guys. And on to the rites. You and your fellow exiles arrived at the sacred site called Glade of Lu. And now, look to the stars in the sky to signal the beginning of the next rite. The woods about you bring a sense of tranquility and have not felt in some time. But then you notice one of the trees move. It shuffles towards you and regards you with an exaggerated bow. Oh goodness, by the roots of loose Chlorian, it would appear the rumors are correct. The Nightwings have returned. The loose Chlorian is the third of the 8 scribes of the Book of Rites, known as the Wise, or the Philosopher. He is said to have fathomed every thought, and his wisdom flows through the river of his name. Alrighty, this is some music that actually sounds very reminiscent of other Darren Corbett works. Oh, but where are my manners, One moment. The sap claws at his mask with his wispy fingers. Much better. H. Manly Tinderstaff, at your service. Perhaps you've heard of me. He is a sycophant who seems certain he will land a position of high standing once he is free. My fellows and myself, you perhaps know us as the Chastity. We soon shall stand against you in the rites. For now I am just whiling away the time, making small talk. They are triumvirate bent on exploiting the rites to gain status in the Commonwealth. Now then, as I have introduced myself, your turns. To whom am I speaking? Then, in your mind's eye, you see Wolfred and hear his voice. Manly Tinderstaff is not to be trusted. Reveal neither your soils to him nor me. Well, beneath her mask, Jariel stares back at him in silence. You suspect Wolfred's message may have reached every member of the group. Why now? How very rude indeed. Well, fine, ignore me, but you do so at your peril. Anyhow, once this evening's rite commences, any moment now, then I'm afraid ignoring me won't be an option any longer. Oh, and now I do believe the sky is beginning to show. We'll have to chat again some other time. Now come along, come along. Manly bows again and wanders off into a clearing as the stars begin to burn. And thus the rite shall commence.
find themselves before you, reader. Here now at the Glade of Liu, I have to say, you've come so very far. But there are those, such as your adversaries called the Chastity, who have toiled for this too. They know that with their freedom comes great opportunity. It could be yours instead. Please show the Chastity that the Nightwings are superior.
I wonder, O honored Nightwings, how well you know these woods. Why, these woods would strangle you, and I'm afraid I could do little to stop them, even if I tried. You might do better to beware of them. When Jarl continues to ignore him, he grows upset. Why, you insolent? Then fine, let us begin the dance indeed. He shoves his mask back on in a huff. And allow me to thank you in advance for helping me return unto my proper station in the Commonwealth.
Now let us get started.
Let's look at the other team. Alright, Manly's got big presence, high glory, but low quickness, and decent hope. Hayford. The Harpy 2 is slow. They're all kind of slow. You can fly, dash, blah 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 blah. Talkative Sap seems to enjoy making empty promises about his eventual return to the Commonwealth, where he's certain he will achieve a position of considerable authority. Though insufferable, he does seem knowledgeable about the inner workings of the rites in the Commonwealth. Wait, what are those abilities? Cast a sapling at a nearby location, which has its own aura. Cast a barrier that deflects adversaries' casted auras back at them. Vanishes underground, emerging further forward almost instantly. And we got a nomad. So basic abilities there. Let's throw Rookie on the front line. And alright, I know. Get out of my way. Let's try this.
May.
And Jadariel.
Jodariel. The choice is cast.
I shall gladly pick apart that manly character. Are you quite ready, finally, O Nightwings? May all those masks of yours ensure no harm should come to any of your lovely countenances. Now come along, let's give the stars a show. May I present to you Humboldt Manley Jr. Why, he is every bit my equal, as is poised to guarantee the Tinderstaff line shall have a bright, bright future. Manly sapling, which not only has a name, but bears a similar posture and likeness to him. He goes on and on about a sapling for a while. Alright. Oop, this is Rookie, not the other one. Alright, I've had more than my fill of listening to that bozo. Oh yes, sure, I think I would like that, because that Manly, I just don't think he is as nice as he seems. Now isn't he just the most precious thing you've ever seen? The sapling is nothing but an extension of Manly. If he is banished, the sapling should cease to trouble you as well.
Manly and his offspring hold no small degree of influence within the Commonwealth, Reader. There are many who would welcome his return, though none so much as he himself.
Shit.
Seize the orb.
Shit.
No, you don't.
No.
Your adversaries did not hesitate. Rookie doused the adversaries' flames.
Oh ho, what's this? It seems the woods themselves are closing in upon our little soiree. Oh, do be careful now. Those grasping roots and vines, they may not hold you in such high esteem as I.
Your adversary Manly is comfortable in this suffocating glade. Yet he longs now for the comfort of his Commonwealth estate. Perhaps such wealth ought to be reserved instead for you.
What?
I almost pity what transpired there.
There we go. I want to get Jadariel in there. Oh dear, the woods are closing in, uncomfortably close at that. Whatever shall we do? Perhaps if you just stand aside a while, we could put an end to this. That much the sooner.
You'll have to do better than that. Simply abhorrent.
Oh shit.
They simply threw it in. The Nightwing's adversaries gained an edge. Out with the rookie. Poor Jodariel. Splendid.
Say, have any of you noticed how it's feeling rather crowded out here? Almost as if the 100 Minds himself resents you being here. Yes, I rather think that's it. So cease with all your scurrying about that damned orb and let me handle this.
Be gone. A rather cunning trick. Perhaps you are unworthy. Poof.
Dang.
Sputters.
I want to get a throw. Alright, you Nightwings, I've had it up to here with you, or perhaps I've simply had it up to here with all of these encroaching plants. These miserable things. Either way, I don't appreciate how you're ignoring me.
A weak attempt, and yet it hit the mark. Yes.
Shit.
There it is. Your adversary's pyre now burns brighter than your own. Ooh. Quite an exchange. Glorious. Now end the ceremony. And it is done. The Nightwings prevail. Their adversaries came ever so close. Thus end this night's proceedings.
Yeah, that's how we do it, people. I knew we could prevail, though, sister. Tinderstaff here, I think he's really upset now. Good, that imbecile was sapped. So much talk and hot air. Well, my. Oh, worry not, oh Nightwings, I'm not angry with you, honestly. But I am very, 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 very disappointed. I thought perhaps we had something going here between us. You scratch my back, I scratch yours, and all. Instead, however, you decided to spit in my face. Fine. We'll have to see where all your rudeness gets you. Now, ta-ta.
Always is there greater knowledge to be gained. The rite awoke great understanding within Ruki.
You know, with all this rights business, there's been this one real fancy move that I've been mulling for a while, and I think I finally just got how I could pull it off. Ruki has a 50% chance to return in only 1 second. I should get that after this. Ruki can jump a second or third time while airborne.
Until the next rite.
That was well done, my girl. I am beginning to see why your companions vouched for you. Don't let it go to your head, of course. After overcoming the chastity in a narrow victory, you return to your wagon to consider your next move. An adequate performance back there. Adequate? Yes, adequate for the next part of our plan. Go, have your reader there consult the stars, see where they take you next. I'll give you a hint. It's further north. It's going to be high up. Did this knight hear you say high up? And it's going to be cold. We'll see. Come on, my friend. Let's have a look outside then. That plan Wolfred mentioned. I just want you to know, I don't know what he means. We're here because we're going to be free again. We won't be living out our days as exiles. That's the only plan as far as I'm concerned. But there's always a catch, right? We'll see what Wolfred has to say. Anyway, I'll leave you to it. No matter what, we're getting closer, thanks to you. Once more, you look towards the heavens. Oh, I just realized I didn't have a chat with my girl, the spirit, earlier. Solium, the golden star. The golden star shines bright over the highest mountain in all the downside. Whew. I am gonna get a drink of water real quick. So I will be right back. Hang tight. So, now you see it for yourself. You are summoned to the north, where looms Mount Elodial, at the very top, the Fall of Solium. Mount Elodial is a sacred mountain, on whose summit the rites were first conceived. Whether its summit is the downside's closest point to the Commonwealth or the farthest, none can say. According to the stars, the next rite shall soon commence here. You confirm the stars indicated this exactly. Wolfred, sir, how did you know? Wolfred smiles back at him, but you sense his thoughts, as though he is directing them at you. His little darkness is kind of like... makes you weary of him. Something about him isn't right. Granted, this is like reading his thoughts, kind of, but... still, something seems off.
I too can read, my girl.
Hey! He said his own words.
Forbidden though the words may be.
He turns back to Hedwyn.
Regardless,
Your reader skills, while rare, are not unique, but as I said, I will let her do the job. I see you have something special going there, which benefits the plan. What plan? I thought this was about our freedom. Oh, fear not, my boy. It is indeed. Plenty of time to tell you all about it on the way. For now, however, you look like you can use some rest. And for that matter, so can I, if you'll excuse me. You sense your companions are exhausted from their recent travels. Given the road ahead, you agree it would be best to take the night to recover as much as possible. Let's talk to our little friend in the crystal. Greetings to you, lovely reader. I am at your disposal. Look, let me ask you something, lovely reader. Have you any idea for how long I have been imprisoned here? Let's... 10 years, 1 year, 100, 1,000. Let's go with 100. You guess that Sandra could have been in the current state of exile for the span of an entire century. She smirks at this. A reasonable guess, but you're off by a wide margin. I have been imprisoned thus for 837 years. Dang, girl. According to my count, at least, it is possible I have lost track. Although, given my state, I can assure you that I have had ample time to verify my arithmetic. She goes silent for a while. Let me give you some advice. If you decide to kill the Emperor, make sure you achieve what you set out to do. I expected my own death, regardless of the outcome of my task. I was not expecting this, certainly not to be telling you about it 837 years later, or however long it has been. Although enough of that for now, let us get back to business. Alright, now that I've had my little chat with her, come visit me again sometime when you need further practice. I don't think I've even noticed the robes up here. That's for the three main people, isn't it? Rookies, Headwinds, and Jadarials. Continue! At dawn, Volfred is already up. He reveals to you a pathway through the woods, into the cold lands to the north, beyond which lies your next destination. Scalorian Shore, we are coming. One path? Okay. That's all we got to go off of. Ooh, fancy. You get clear of the woods at last, and arrive in lands grown cold in the shadow of Mount Elodial. You will have to make it all the way to the top. In a moment of respite, Volfred calls everyone together to discuss matters pertaining to the rites and the plan to which he alluded. You banded together with a common faith that freedom from the downside is not impossible. Am I correct? But let me ask you something. What does freedom even mean to you? He looks in the direction as he asks, defying you to answer. You cannot sense his own thoughts on the subject and only know the truth of how you feel. What does freedom mean to me? Having no master. Let's do this. You tell Volfred that freedom means having choice. If you are able to do what you want, both physically and socially, then you are free. He considers your remarks for a short while. Choice is freedom, then, you say. If that is all, then you are free already. Go, my girl, do as you please. Nobody here to govern you. I trust, however, that this is not the freedom that you have in mind. Perhaps you simply wish to return home and to be left alone. He then turns his attention to the whole group. Now, let me tell you all what freedom means to me. Freedom means to live without fear. To be able to indulge one's curiosities and passions, at least the ones that cause no harm to others, without the constant threat of judgment and reprisal. Freedom means nothing. Means not being made a criminal for what you know or whom you love, or what you choose to think, not think. You know, that answer actually stuck out to me. I should have picked it. He would have agreed. He looks out toward the distant mountains. Within a few days, your time in exile could come to an end. You could see the Commonwealth once more, and you would be exalted there, given the highest honor, the opposite of how you got here. But you would not be truly free, I think. At the least, you would become complicit to an ancient system that would deign to cast down others such as you. It is a system whose well-intentioned founding principles have long been lost, and the 8 scribes if they are out there still, have made quite clear they shall not intervene firsthand. This is where you come in. He turns to you and everyone again, looking to each of you. Long have I wished to gather such a group that together you might see the seeking freedom only for yourselves is too modest of a goal. You share a higher calling now. The plan then is this. We free each other from the downside through the rites, then we meet up on the other side, we organize. Each new moon at dusk we join together at the Spiral Sanctum. We need as many of us there as possible. My agents on the other side shall explain the rest. The burned down remains of the old capital of the Commonwealth. You're plotting revolt. Just so. I am asking a lot. You do not have other options. Deceit, however, you do have other options. Deceit, however, is not one of them. The reader and myself, you know by now that we can see through it. But you need not be a part of this, nor is it my intent to coerce you. You may go your own way if you wish. Live out your remaining days here like so many others. So if anyone among you prefers that, if you cannot see yourself continuing to strive to get the Commonwealth as you are doing here, then speak now. Wolfred pauses for a time, examining each member of the group. No one stirs. Very good. Some of you consider yourselves friends, some others not. But all of you are bound together through the rites, and are integral to our plan. Remember that. You seek true freedom, you will not find it waiting for you in the Commonwealth. But together, you can bring it about, both for yourselves and others. That is my promise. Then he lets out a long breath. That's it. I ask you all to think of this, to think on this, and let's reconvene along our journey to the summit. Wolfred turns towards the mountain, leaving you to consider what he said, and plot the wagon's northward path. We only have one path. Pathway leading north of the Sacred Mountain. Wolfred indicates that this is the only way to reach the base of Mount Elodial. Beyond lies Mount Elodial. I suggest we make camp here at the base of the mountain, for we shall not need our spears and our strength to make the ascent. Discuss the plan. Hey! May gets a thing. There you are, my girl. There was something which I wanted to discuss with you in private. Wolfred stares at you rather intently, as if reaching out to you, and then... You do not know what it means to be a reader? Those such as we are not limited to reading passages from a book. Though your ability in this, I sense, is nascent, still, mere flashes, uncontrollable. I see as well now that they haven't told you yet, your friends, and that explains a lot. They haven't told you readers such as you cannot go free. I'd wondered why you would insist on pressing onward with this group in light of this. The answer then was plain. You simply did not know or fully realize. They did not deceive you, by the way. There is no reason they would know. Themselves are other than Tariq, who shall not influence your thinking in such matters. Rather, I had expected, when at first we met, that you already knew the truth of this from having read the passages of the Book of Rites, which states it in plain. Only those who shall conduct the rites firsthand shall walk the path towards enlightenment and become eligible to regain their freedom. Perhaps you have not gotten to that part just yet. Wolfred breaks free from you and looks at you again. Then he speaks to you as normal. It is plain that you are not in adequate condition to conduct the rites, and this group values you as reader. I wish only to ensure you understand what you are getting into here. Despite whatever hopes and dreams and promises might have been shared, I do not think the rites can help you to return, if that is what you had in mind. So once again, I invite you to depart, and I will see to it that you are compensated. Do not misunderstand. If it is your wish to remain, then you are welcome. But this journey we're on, it has no guarantees, not for you, nor any of us. Do you understand? Volford indicates that the reader such as you cannot go free through the rites. There is more at stake here than your freedom, alone, and besides, perhaps there is a way. You have learned in life to keep your expectations low and tempered. You understand the words of warning, yet just the same, you choose to carry on. There is more that you wish to achieve on this journey than freedom for yourself. I admire that, my girl, then very well. Know that we have much at stake here, in this, anyway. Much more than just a shot at going back into the Commonwealth, which cast us down here to begin with. It sounds like you intend to stick around, then. We'll have lots more time to chat as we ascend the sacred mountain in the coming days. Until then. He strides out of the wagon, then leaving you with your thoughts. Well, hello, my lovely reader. What might I do for you? Let's talk to her first. How very kind of you to visit me again like this, oh lovely reader. For I was just standing about in the blackness of this void, thinking it would be most pleasant if something were to happen for a change. There was a long period of time that this incarceration of mine failed utterly to do anything but bring me peace of mind, not much of a punishment. I invite you to imagine an upbringing among the Sisters of the Arch, living on the outskirts of civilization. Your days are all full of training which could kill you, or just cripple you for life. An ancient band of killers trained almost from birth to carry out their mission without fail. All the sisters needed was a name and a sum of 500 sol up front. How do you suppose I lost my sight? For glorious battle with the scribes, or in a careless sparring session with my master? Ah, but I have not forgotten enough just yet. In any case, at first, I welcomed the prospect of not having to struggle every moment to survive. But in less than 2 centuries, why, I started to grow terribly bored. It did not help at all that the Nightwings of the early days were the stodgiest lot you could imagine, obsessed with obeying the book as strictly as they could. Some of them started to remind me of myself. I think when I was young, such idiots, the lot of them. Ah, but what am I saying, lovely reader? I shall not bore you any further with such matters. I would have bored myself to death back then, if only I could die. Like so many other things, I think mortality is something oft taken for granted, until it is taken away. So, given your mortality, what say that we get back to business here? Alrighty, time for the scrap trial for May. I am always prepared to cut your idiots and their egos down to size. Who shall it be? Alrighty, let's get May some training. You ask Sandra to administer one of her special trials for May. I must admit, I do sense something from that one. I once had a wild heart, myself like her own. We shall see if there is more to her than that. Let us bring her forth. Oops, I just kind of read that in a narrator tone. My bad. Soon, May arrives in heat of the summons. The scribes! I think that if I listen carefully, that I can hear them calling out to me. So-called savages such as May are similar to the nomads such as Hedwyn and the Rites, but move in quick, sudden burst. The apparition Sandra appears and unfastens her mask. Listen well, girl. The place where you reside at present has but a single rule, which is, you answer to me here. Wow, okay, I will. Such naive enthusiasm. Now be silent. It is plain to me that you have much to learn as yet about the rites, but you have learned something, as I would see you prove it, without the benefit of anyone save for your reader. Okay, are you out there to help with this, miss? Oh, shit. I wasn't even paying attention. Just trying to give everybody a little unique feel. Shit. No! Damn it. Sprint! Oh, shoot. Oh, okay, we took each other out. Damn it. Oh my god. These guys are annoying. There we go. One more. Shit. God. There we go. Close. May wins. Okay, how did I do? How did I do? I must admit that you did better than I expected, girl. You have passed this trial of yours. Some congratulations are in order to you and also to your lovely reader. Now farewell. It probably sounded a little bit better if my voice actually wasn't as deep as it is, because I feel like all of them just kind of sound too deep, even when they don't intend to be. Did I imagine all of that, miss? Because I hope I didn't. Wow, what is that you have there? You received the Calamer's anklet for completing May's trial. After May casts her aura, it can bounce off of objects and solid surfaces. Rank 20, Legendary Talisman. Let's equip this. I don't think anybody else even had. Hold on. I just got one for Jadariel. Her Legendary Talisman was level 5. So was Ruki's. But she gets a level 21. I like that one I had though. I actually think Headwind, Worm, and Harp all get an auto level up next time they are in a battle. But I like my setup I have. But I think that ends the 2-hour stream of Pyre for now. And we will pick up on discussing the plan next. So you can feel free to drop a follow. Also on Twitter, I've been keeping updates on when I'm doing my next Pyre stream on there, which I haven't really used Twitter much, so I have not much of a foundation of people to reach on there, but I am getting there. So I will be leaving updates on there and on my whatever it's called, The channel feed, that one. So if you want to keep eyes on those, feel free, and I will probably pick up another stream Monday or Tuesday, maybe both. And I'm going to end the stream for maybe about 10 minutes. I'm going to take out the dog real quick and get some food, and I like to end it because I will also upload this to YouTube. I'm doing all of the sessions as a series on there, so the entire thing can be watched. So I will be back in about 10 minutes. So I will see you then.